American Hearts Radio presents live from Chisel Multimedia Studios, the Chris Massey Music Show with host Chris Massey. Here's your host, Chris Massey.
I'm Chris Massey, and welcome to the Chris Massey Music Show here on the American Hearts Radio Network. And tonight is episode 5 of season 4. We are so glad that you are all here with us tonight. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on in the news before we get to our musical guests and other stuff. We're going to be talking about music tonight. Last month, Fox News posted the worst ratings it had posted in the last 20 years. How about that? MSNBC actually came in first last month, and Rachel Maddow had the #1 rated cable news TV network show on TV. Now, there are several reasons why this is going on. Number one is that Bill O'Reilly, who had the #1 rated cable news network show, and Megyn Kelly, who had the #2 rated cable news TV show, are both gone. Bill O'Reilly is gone because the network had to pay out $13 million to 5 separate women for sexual harassment charges. $13 million. Are you kidding me? Seems to me it would have been a whole lot cheaper for the network just to get old Bill a hooker every now and then. And it seems he'd have had a lot more action as well, too, since none of these women wanted to have sex with him. What the hell's going on with that? Now, Megyn Kelly, she's gone, and not only is she gone, but she has gone to the competition and now has a new Sunday night show that's just getting off the ground, but make no mistake about it, it will be the #1 cable news show on Sunday night, you can bet you. And one of the other reasons that Fox is having such a problem is because they refuse to report anything negative on Donald Trump. And let's face it, all the news on Donald Trump these days is negative. And even longtime Fox News watchers are tuning to the other channels because, like we say in America, everybody stops to look at a car wreck. That's right. Now, the other reason that they're having such a problem is because Fox News has nobody, and I mean nobody, to replace Bill O'Reilly and Megyn Kelly. And whether you like either one of these people, they are both talented and very fine broadcasters, and now they're gone. Tucker Carlson has taken over the 8 o'clock spot for Bill O'Reilly. Are you kidding me, Tucker Carlson? You couldn't get hired on this network. And let me tell you something, that is saying a lot. Now, Chris Hayes is over at MSNBC. Chris Hayes is really not that good. But CNN comes in with Anderson Cooper at the 8 o'clock slot, one of the smoothest broadcasters to ever get behind a microphone. So Anderson's kicking everybody's ass in the 8 o'clock hour. In the 9 o'clock hour, Fox has put the something at 5 on. I don't know what this show is. You got one black guy that's a liberal and 2 kind of hot looking women and some guy that knows it all. And then you got Greg Gutfeld, this guy that thinks it's funny. Greg Gutfeld, you are not funny. For crying out loud, Dan Glozer's funnier than you are. You know, and they got these guys on there, and they're not getting anywhere either. At 9 o'clock, of course, MSNBC is coming in with Rachel Maddow, probably the most talented broadcaster on the news. And I would say she was more talented than Bill O'Reilly and Megyn Kelly. Rachel uses the teleprompter probably less than anybody. You know, she gets away from it, inserts her own opinions and views. She's excellent, not to mention super smart. Did you know that Rachel Maddow is a Rhodes Scholar? How about that? How about that? So at 10 o'clock, you've got, of course, on Fox, Sean Hannity. For crying out loud, let me tell you something. Donald Trump could murder somebody in Sean Hannity's living room, and he would say it was fake news. The guy is a disgrace. It's about time that Rupert Murdoch just got rid of him, too. Nobody wants to see this guy on TV. Hell, he's got Newt Gingrich on every single night. Nobody wants to see Newt Gingrich. The guy's fat, he's creepy, and he's cheated on every woman he's ever been married to. Not to mention that his pants are always dirty. You want to know why? Because every time he sees Donald Trump, he's on his knees with his mouth open. All right, we got a great show tonight. I have got Zelda Stowers, who is going to be organizing the big benefit for Frank Jimenez at Smith's Old Bar. So stick around. We'll be right back.
It's Leon Smoker with Rachel Jordan.
I just want to celebrate another day of living. I just want to celebrate another day of life.
I can't believe the network's making me go to this Kiss concert with you.
Well, you know, man, sometimes I get lost. You know, I have a hard time getting found.
Where'd you even find this car?
You know that dude that does the Batman show at 11 a.m. on Saturdays?
Oh yeah, so we let you borrow it?
Well, sort of.
What do you mean, sorta?
Well, I mean, my car broke down and I kind of sort of took his.
Well, did you ask him for permission?
No.
So you stole it?
Well, man, look, it's not really stealing, man. We're going to give it back to him after we get back from the concert.
It's unbelievable.
Now, look, man, when we get to the concert, I've got some weed in the glove box there, man, and I want you to put it in your purse and take it into the concert for me.
Have you lost your mind?
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, man, it's the cops, man. Quick, get that weed out, man, and shove it down your pants.
I'm not shoving weed down my pants.
Oh, shit, here he comes. Play cool, play cool.
Hello, sir.
Hello, officer. Listen, man, if you pull us over because you think we've got marijuana in this car, we don't have any in here.
You were speeding.
Yeah?
Are you Leon Smoker?
Yeah? Yeah, man, I'm Leon Smoker. Yeah, that's right, man. And this is Rachel Jordan.
I've seen both your shows.
Hi, officer.
Man, you need to do a
Yeah?
Black Sabbath review.
So you'd like to see us do a review of a Black Sabbath record, huh?
You can go slow it down.
Okay. All right, man. Well, listen, man, I really appreciate it. Whew. Man, that was close.
You're an idiot.
Officers require assistance.
I just want to celebrate another day of living. I just want to celebrate another day of life.
All right, we're back. We're back. This next segment of the show is brought to you by one of our new sponsors, Old Duels. Old Duels non-alcoholic beer. Old Duels for those times in life when you only need to look like you're having a good time. All right, okay. Now, this Sunday, June 25th at Smith's Old Bar, there's going to be a benefit for Frank Jimenez. Many of you remember Frank is a friend of the show. He's been on here. He ran sound for bands like the Georgia Satellites, Jason and the Scorchers, and Driving and Crying. And for the past couple years has been fronting the Ghost Riders Car Club, who perform, I think, the third Thursday of every month at Atlanta's legendary Claremont Lounge. Frank has ran on some hard times, and we're going to be having a benefit. And the young lady who is going to be organizing this benefit is with us here tonight. She used to be a bartender down at the Rec Room, for all you people that remember what was going on back in Atlanta in those days. Would you please welcome to the Chris Massey Music Show, Miss Zelda Stowers. Come on in, hon. Good. Good to see you. Have a seat. All right. Still good over there? All right. So, Zelda, we'll just go ahead and establish it right now that you are nervous. Is that correct?
I'm very nervous, Rosemont. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Come over here a little bit. There you go. Okay. All right. And but you know, I appreciate you coming out and talking to me tonight. And I know all the people involved in this benefit. Here's the poster for the benefit. Get a close up on that right there. And this is a Sunday night show,
It
correct?
is.
Okay.
Starts early, 7 o'clock.
Now, Zelda, when did you move? When did you move to Atlanta?
Well, back when I was about 16 and quite a young child, I was living in Gwinnett. Then I moved on to the city at 17 and started bartending in the local venues and
Okay.
around the Point and the Cotton Club those days, you know.
Sure. Okay.
Metroplex. And
Yeah.
working at the Rec Room later on with Towhead.
Right.
With
Okay.
the long days of bands coming in. All
Oh
kinds
yeah,
of
they'd
stuff.
have 8, 9 bands a day over there,
Started at
right?
noon till, you know.
Bands
4
like Collective Soul and Blackberry Smoke went on to be those guys. All played over there at that time. Okay, and you're a pretty big fan of the music scene now. I know I see you out at a lot of shows and see you on Facebook. So how many shows you go to a month, you think?
Well, you know, I do my best to go at least once a week to support a band.
Once a
You know,
week.
if I can, more obviously. Always live music. If I'm going to go out, it's for a live show. I don't, you know. I'm not
Oh,
gonna-
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to go out and sit at a bar. I'm going to sit at a live show.
Because I know I've seen you out at Smith's and the Star Bar. Of
course.
And Avondale Town Cinema has really become a kind of a venue on the scene now
It
these
sure
days.
has. And there's a new place called the Vista Room, which is fantastic. I went to recently, another brand new one.
Did you go to that Hydra show they had there?
I didn't go to Hydra. I went to the Chris Edmonds show.
Oh, Chris Evans.
Yes, indeed.
And if you're out there, Chris, hello. Chris has been on the show before.
And we love Chris, and he did a fantastic job. And even Rick Richards did I'm the Walrus. You know.
Oh yeah, they
you
did.
missed
Oh,
it?
I've seen him do it at Smith's with the Swinging Richards
Oh
before.
yeah, it was quite good. And the boys were up there. They all joined in with Chris. It was a lot of fun.
Right.
You know.
Okay. All right. So how long have you known Frank?
I have known Frank for about 30 years.
Okay.
You know, got to know him a little better throughout the years, but adore him. Who doesn't? To know Frank is to love him.
Right.
He loves the ladies. We know this.
Yes, he does.
He loves the ladies. There's no one more, I believe, vocal with his expressions.
Right.
You know, when he's singing, he loves to dedicate songs to me and tell me to my cold, cold heart. So I mean, you know, what more could you ask for from a man?
That's right. That's right. In fact, I think the time that I actually met you, and we've been in the same places a lot of times over the years, but I think I actually met you at the Claremont.
Yes.
When we were down there one night when they were playing.
Indeed,
Okay.
indeed.
So tell me, you know, we're not getting too specific. What's happened with Frank?
Well, before Christmas, he had a stroke.
Okay.
He'd had a small one, and then he escaped from the hospital, and then went ahead and played the gig at the Claremont, and a few days later, he had a major stroke.
Okay.
He did paralyze half his body, but indeed, he's came back. He recognizes people. His speech is coming back. And one
Okay.
thing about Frank is, within 2 weeks, he could sing words to songs, or at least mimic them.
Okay.
Frank has advanced quite a lot, but he still needs care. He still needs, you know, some care and therapy. They have
Okay.
sent him home because health insurance, as you well know.
Oh, yeah.
So sorry if I'm allowed to say that, but anyway.
Well, you know, it's something.
No, it's not the best.
It's not something that most musicians got in their back pocket.
Right.
You know?
In the meantime, his care at the
I
facility.
mean, I'm lucky. My wife's a school teacher.
There you
so,
go.
so you know, but yeah.
There you go. So he
Yeah.
needs some extra care and for the medical expenses and just some care. He's coming back around. He's still with us, and he's an amazing human being. And if I couldn't help anyone, there's no one I'd rather help than Frank.
Okay.
Or try to help.
All right. Now this show is Sunday night, and it is in the music room.
It's upstairs. Yes.
Upstairs in the big room. All right. So let's see who we got on the bill. Kicking off the show at 7 o'clock will be the Western Sizzlers. I know this is one of your favorite bands.
Of course, we got
We
it.
were lucky enough. We did a show with them, the CMB at Star Bar,
Indeed.
back in November. And of course, it's got Rick Richards from Georgia Satellites, and Kevin Jennings, and Jeff Bakos, and Nikki Ford. And I'm sorry, the drummer's
The
name
drummers
is.
can change. It's Hammer generally, but I'm not positive.
Right. Okay.
Can change. Right. Exactly.
Okay. So they're on at 7, and then at 8 o'clock we're going to have the Ghost Riders Car Club.
Which is the band that Frank sings for.
Okay.
As a general rule.
Okay, and for those of you who don't know, the Ghost Riders Car Club kind of play Western swing music.
Oh, yeah.
And do it really authentic. I know Rick Price, who played with the Brains and the Georgia Satellites, is in this band. As far as Ted Weldon, James St. James, that used to play with the Swinging Diamonds back in the day. He's in this band, and they all sing. So I'm sure they'll be able to put on a good show.
Oh, no doubt.
Even without Frank, who is the front man for this group.
doubt.
Okay. All right, and then at 9 o'clock, we got St. Luke's Drifters. Why don't you tell us a little bit about them?
Well, the St. Louis Drifters are a very talented band. They're out of Nashville, Tennessee. Well, not literally Nashville, but that's where they're known for, Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic guys. They've been actually they're a combination of Georgia Satellites and Jesse and the Scorchers. So
Okay.
what better combo
Sure.
for a gig like this with
Right.
these type of people. So fantastic bunch of guys, really doing well there. They were kind enough to offer their services and come out, which I find amazing.
Okay.
And do this benefit for me without even knowing Frank. So it's a very sweet thing
Wow,
to do.
very
Plus
good.
They're an amazing group of guys.
Yeah.
And, they know Rick and know some of the guys here. And I know that Mitch Laney used to live here and play with another band here in town locally
Okay.
years ago before my time.
Okay. And then headlining the show will be Stevie Tombstone and with some special guests. Now, what has Stevie Tombstone been up to since the
Well,
Tombstones?
he's probably a little no good, but he's been doing really good. He was living in Austin, Texas for a while, and now he's up in New York,
Okay.
where his son lives. He's the same guy you would ever know, that beautiful smoky voice that I just love to death. Writing songs, singing his music, and immediately the second he saw that I was doing this a benefit, said, "Hey, can I be part of it?" So as usual, Stevie T is jumping up and stepping up, for the show, for the cause.
I remember one night I saw them with, of course, I went to high school with Froggy. I was telling you that, and it was over Thanksgiving holidays in the early '90s, and I saw them at the Cavern.
Oh yeah.
They used to play over there quite a bit. I saw, and Froggy called me and told me to come on down, and I did. Okay, so what is the admission for this show?
The admission is $20.
$20.
I believe it's 15 or 20 with the 15 in advance or 20 at the day of the show.
Okay.
Of course, it's for a benefit, so there are no guest passes, obviously.
Right, and all the proceeds minus production at Smith's goes to Frank,
goes
correct?
To Frank. Indeed. We're going to have some raffle prizes.
Mm-hmm.
There's an auction for guitar that Tom Petty has signed. However, it's going to have a minimum on it.
I got
So
you.
there'll be an auction for a Tom Petty and band signed guitar that was sent to me. Hopefully we'll get the minimum. If not, we'll just go and auction the next benefit.
Now, did you work with Sean McClendon over at Smith's to get this put
I
together?
sure did. Sean is an absolute
Sean
saint.
is also a friend of the show, has been on, and they are always good to do benefits over there, either in the Atlanta room or the music room. And
Indeed,
really
I want to
good.
give a shout out to Mike Reeves. Mike Reeves is retired. However, Mike Reeves was more than willing to come out of retirement to help me get this going.
Now, Mike Reeves was with Smith's old bar, and he also has a hand in Fox Brothers Barbecue. Is that correct?
And Big Texas fixing to reopen, so they're going to have a new bar coming up with Robin Bond, so they're going to help us out with a few raffle prizes, etc.
Oh, excellent. Okay, now, and the doors open at what time?
The doors open at 6. The show starts at 7 because it is indeed a Sunday, so we have to start the show at 7 o'clock. So everybody come really early. We have to end it up before midnight. So we got 4 bands. We want to have the raffle, the auction, and all that in between. So please be on time or early.
Well, I know I plan on being there. I don't have a show that weekend and don't have anything going on, so I'm already making plans to be there. Well, Zelda, thank you so much for coming out. Okay, that's this Sunday night at Smith's Old Bar, the benefit for Frank Jimenez. Zelda Stowers, everybody. We'll be right back.
I'm Rick Richards of Georgia Satellites, and you're watching the Chris Massey Show live.
You back? All right, okay, we're back. How about that? All right, okay, so let's see what is going on with the Chris Massey Band. We went this past Saturday and played at a bar up in Murphy, North Carolina called Chevelle's. We had never played up there. What a great little venue in a mountain town, right in the middle of town like that. The people were wonderful, and we look forward to going back up there. And this bar has kind of become a destination for a lot of bands. This Saturday night, Atlanta's own Barry Richmond will be performing at Chevelle's. So we were happy to get up there and look forward to getting back there again. On Saturday, July the 8th, we will be back at the Moonshadow Tavern in Tucker, Georgia with special guests Caroline and the Ramblers. It's going to be a big night that night. So come on out. You'll be over your hangover from the 4th of July, which is in the middle of the week this year, which is always a bummer. And you come out Saturday night and party with us. Get the second half of your summer started off with a bam. On Friday, July 21st, we will be back at the Whistle Post Tavern in Conyers, Georgia. And then the next night, Saturday, July 22nd, we will be making our debut at the Wild Wing Cafe at Perimeter Mall. That's right. How about that? So this will be our first gig at the Wild Wing establishments, and hope to be playing a lot of them in the future. And on Saturday, July 29th, we're back at Atlanta's favorite honky-tonk, Southern Comfort, out in Conley, Georgia, on Moreland Avenue. We got a couple of gigs coming up in August. We're going to be at the Larceny Tavern in Porterdale, Georgia, back down at the Bistro in Tifton, Georgia, and then in September, on Saturday, September the 23rd, we will be at the Avondale Town Cinema with the Rainmen. That's correct, the Rainmen and us. We've only done one show together over at the Moonshadow years ago, and the Rainmen, of course, really pack them in. They had a big show there this past Saturday night with Kitty Fontaine. Always a good time when we get to play with our friends and the Rainmen. All right, for being a guest on the Chris Massey Music Show, Miss Zelda Stowers will receive a 6-month supply of Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat, and a case of turtle wax. You got a car, Zelda? There you go. You get a case of the turtle wax to go with that. Okay, We will be back here the third Monday in July. July is going to be a crazy month for me with all the CMB shows and a show here. And I got to fly out to Minneapolis and drive daughter Rachel home as she gets ready to head up to New York City in August to start her graduate degree. Thanks for tuning in. And like I always say, always love your woman. Take life as it comes. And when you get the chance, have too much fun. We'll see you next time.
There's some things that I need to learn. Always love your woman. Take life as it comes. When you get the chance, have too much fun. Too much fun. Too much fun. When you get the chance, have too much fun. Too much fun.